News that's coming in at the moment. We are now seeing for the first time China displaying modern weaponry. Now, this is a mega military parade. Those are the images that you're seeing on your screens at the moment. China unveiled for the first time some of its modern weaponry. Now, this weaponry includes jet fighters, missiles, and the latest electronic warfare hardware. Now, this is China showcasing its military might. 26 foreign leaders, including the Russian President Vladimir Putin, the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, leaders from Iran, Malaysia, Myanmar, Indonesia, Zimbabwe, and several other Central Asian countries attended this parade. From India's neighborhood, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, the Nepal Prime Minister, Maldives President, all of them attended this parade. What you're seeing on your screens are the images coming in from China. For the first time, China is now putting out a full display of its mega military parade. China is displaying the modern weaponry, and this is the first time that we are seeing such a mega military parade being held in Beijing. China, in fact, unveiled some of its modern weaponry. Now, this includes jet fighters, missiles, and the latest electronic warfare hardware. Now, this is China showcasing its military might. 26 foreign leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, the leaders from Iran, Malaysia, Myanmar, Mongolia, Indonesia, Zimbabwe, and several other Central Asian countries attended the parade. This is China showcasing its military might. You have the Russian President Vladimir Putin also in attendance. In fact, Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif also was part of the attendees. My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, what we are seeing now is the full might of what Chinese military has, the capabilities that they have. And it's very unlike China, because we have never seen China to be the nation that showcases its military might in this way.
Indeed, Ashwara, but this is a new tradition. China want to exhibit, China want to show its military might. This is an effort to show the world that they have arrived at the block and they are becoming an alternative pole at a time when world is looking for the multipolarity and the alternative pole. So this is the Chinese effort, this is the Chinese model, and see the showcasing, see the show of strength in terms of the diplomatic strength they have showed through the organization of the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit meeting they organized, and after that many leaders say that, including Russian President Vladimir Putin and including Mr. Putin, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, and around 26 world leaders are there in Tiananmen Square of Chinese capital Beijing today, and witnessing this mighty parade. China organizes such parade every 5 years, but this is the biggest parade they are organizing and celebrating the 80 years of their fight against Japan during the World War, and definitely this is the statement in itself. President Xi Jinping addressed the audience and his soldiers. He said that we should speed up the process to build China into a powerful military and to build China into a strong country. Also, he tried and give us a message to the world that our army, our military our military force is for the peace. We are for the peaceful coexistence with everyone. But this is also a message, Aishwarya, to tell the world, and especially the Western Bloc, that do not try and mess with us, because we have this military with one of the biggest military in the world. And if you see the effort of China by showcasing these military equipment is also to showcase their technological prowess and to show the world that they are also interested in selling the military hardware, because China is competing in various markets to sell their military equipment. So like multiple messaging is there with this military parade.
Right, Pranay, thank you for giving us all those details. My colleague now bringing out the details. What you are seeing now are the images coming in from Beijing in China. Anil Pandey, senior journalist, is now joining me from Beijing. Anil, what we are seeing, and this is something that the world has known, that China has a military might. China has modern technology, modern weaponry, but this is the full display. Everything that China has, everything is out there on the display.
Recording in progress.
Can you hear me, Anil?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Anil, what we are seeing here, visuals coming in from Beijing in China, full military might of China out there on full display. And we have some of the biggest leaders from across the globe in attendance. We have Vladimir Putin, who's sitting there and looking at these, looking at the parade. China now making sure that its military might is out there in full display.
Yeah, as we know, this is very important occasion for China because as we know, China is celebrating the 80th anniversary of the victory of the anti-fascists and aggression, the Japanese aggression and the world anti-fascist war. So this is very important occasion for China. It's not only symbolic, and it's very crucial, I must say, that as we understand here in China, people are very emotional, and because what they have faced for many years, it's the kind of message China wants to give to the world, that we want to lead the world, we want to have a peace, and we don't want to indulge in war. In China in general, Chinese president was just addressing the crowd there at the Tiananmen Square, and he also took the salute of he saluted the Guard of Honor. And also it's a very great occasion, and China also showcased high-tech weapons, as we understand here.
Anil, do you also think this
so
is
he
also...
said, we understand that what he said, Chinese people made a major contribution to the salvation of human civilization and defense of world peace, according to the Chinese President Xi Jinping, and who is also the General Secretary of Communist Party of China.
Anil, do you also think this is also a larger message to the world? Because we have seen some of the top leaders from Central Asia, they have been invited, they are in, they are sitting there, all of them are now looking at the modern technology that China has. So do you also think a shadow boxing of sorts taking place between China and the United States of America?
Yeah, it's a good question, because as we know what America is doing right now, and what kind of attitude America has shown towards India or China. So in this scenario at present, we understand that China definitely have the might, and China during this parade today, China has shown advanced early warning and command aircraft, fighter aircraft, bomber aircraft, and transport aircraft. As we could see that China definitely have the edge over technology, although we know America is the superpower in the world, is the most powerful country in the world, but we cannot ignore China's power, China's economy, the way China is moving forward. Definitely it's a chance for also, if I may say, for India also, it's a good chance for India to come close to China, as we have seen that America has leveled a huge tariff on India and trying to bully India. So on this occasion, we have also recently seen how Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was welcomed in China, and also met with Chinese President Xi Jinping, and also had a meeting with Vladimir Putin. So if these three countries can join hands and come together, so it will be a great occasion, and it will be a big achievement for the world. As we know how the Western world has been, dominating the whole world and trying to bully many other countries.
Right. Thank you, Anil, for joining me on the broadcast. Anil Pandey was joining us from Beijing in China. Images that you are seeing on your screens coming in of the military parade, which is being held in Beijing in China.